This podcast is just for fun. It's all fake. Don't believe us. Look, do your own research.
JavyDade! Welcome to the show!
Oh, that was super delayed.
That's all right. Oh, guys. So, right off the bat, I'll come clean. We started recording, and I don't know what happened, but it stopped the recording, and we don't have the intro. I double-checked the rest of the show recorded, just the intro did not. So, I'm going to say, call it what it is, and it is. And I'm not going to give it credit because we're going to do a better intro. Dude, so I did I created a whole Javi song. Let me see if my computer's doing some dumb things.
That intro bit was fire. That was really good. I enjoyed that a lot. Javi approved as well.
He did. You know what? Just for funsies, because I didn't want it. It felt weird doing it while we're just sitting here listening to the song. Mm-hmm. But I want to listen to the first. Let's do it. I'm gonna just play. I made a Javi song. It's a song about Javi, and it's what inspired the intro. And so let's jam out to it. Because there's no copyright. I can play as much of the song as I want.
I can't wait to get Javi's reaction to this.
Yes. So now when he goes to listen to the episode, he's going to be like, wait a second.
He's going to be so confused.
So, all right. I'm going to play the song I made about Javi. All right.
In the building, JavyDade. Sunshine City with the fire in his soul. Nickel blood running, never traded for the gold. Family on the front seat, dreams in the back. Every single move got his whole team on the map. Smiles when he walks in, good vibes every day. Never bring drama, only brings the 808s. Might be short, but the energy's tall. Standing 10 feet high every time he gets the call. Loyal ain't no slogan, it's the way that he lives. Always show respect, always ready to give. Insane laugh, family, yeah, that's locked in tight. They got his back, cause he keeps his word every night. Turn it up, don't stop. Now, whole room jumping when he comes around. Hands up high, let the speakers breathe. Another surprise. Watch him light the stage right before your eyes. In the gym, in the booth, in the ring, in the fight. Learning how to box while he chasing that life. Every jab sharper, every round gets clean. Same hard every day, that's a champion's dream. Fast like a sports car, never stuck in park. Always bringing sunshine, even after dark. No fake flex, no Hollywood show. Just a real good dude everywhere he goes. From the family table to the TikTok live. From the studio speakers to the late night drive. You can fake success, you can fake loyalty. That's why everybody
Dude,
So
that was really good. You're getting better with getting the lyrics to like
do what I
flow
want
and
them
make
to.
sense. Yeah, dude, that was actually really good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what he has to say about it. We'll have to make sure I'm on the line for that.
Dude, I've really enjoyed writing the lyrics because I feel like I think I've said it on the podcast before where it's like I like poetry and I've always felt weird like doing poetry and then be like, here, you want to read my poems?
Yeah, right.
But I feel like with this I can like
you can put it in a song form and have
Yeah.
the instrumentals behind it, and it just feels
yes.
less weird as a song than as a poem.
Very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to use that instead of our permanent intro. So that's instead of doing the
Okay,
biblically accurate, that'll be that for us.
that works. I like it.
But dude, and so I'll see what he has to say. But one of the problems I had with it was putting the audio into the AI studio or whatever, because he's Nicaraguan, and when Dustin and Dalton were on the show, he said that he has that Nika skin, which is Nicaraguan, which is the term for that.
Right.
Well, on the AI, it kept coming out saying like it sounded like it was saying the N-word. And I was like, stop it. And like everything else would be perfect. And it's like, I'm like, I was this close to just taking those lyrics out. And then this one popped through and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then the title of the song is Sheesh, because I don't know if you've heard.
Yeah.
So Javi always goes, Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's like his saying.
Yeah.
And so,
it's my yeet.
yes,
It's his yeet.
Sheesh. And so, anyway, so now he gets to listen to that when he listens to the show and give me feedback. But
That'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Yeah, exactly. But I felt like it would be so awkward to be like, here, listen to my song about you, buddy.
Yeah.
Could you listen to this song I wrote about you?
Yeah. I can see why that would be weird, and it'd be awkward for him to react to as well.
Very much so.
I
So
love the
we
song
saved
you
him
wrote
from
about
that.
me.
Yeah, we saved him from that.
That kind of worked out. It's okay.
Oh,
It's okay.
we definitely have to have him on for an alien episode.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But so before we get into any of that, let's go ahead and actually focus on this episode. I keep forgetting because it's weird doing the intro last. But so all right,
Current events.
We have to do the Bigfoot affirmation, Phil.
Are we going to do a separate one, or are you going to just do the same one again?
I'm drinking. I'm just gonna say I'm drinking Welch's Grape Ghost, but I'm gonna take one for the team and open this.
Oh no!
So we have the audio.
Ooh, that was a good pop.
Good. So Bigfoot affirmation. This is so funny. I don't know if we explained it to Javi, but I got this for Christmas and I was like, I don't know what to do with these. So we just started using them and they're a part of the show. If you started listening to the show and you have no clue why we do this Bigfoot affirmation thing, it's a dumb little thing, but it gets me a chance to go
Cute
through.
Dumb.
It's
Cute dumb.
There's 52 positive affirmations, kind of like a fortune cookie.
It's Bigfoot fortune cookies. That's
Yeah,
all
basically. So, Phil, I'm gonna guess the number.
14.
Do you remember what number it was?
Are we doing the same one?
Yeah. Oh, we could do it. Let's do a new one. I was
gonna say.
I could even just put the old one back, but all right. Wait a second. Before I even look at it, you said number 14.
Yep.
And what's the affirmation?
Paths, walk paths, your paths, not someone else's paths.
Ooh, all right. You do like the Johnny or the Carson show or whatever. Oh, you were close. The number is 40.
Okay, there was a 4. Yep.
And the question is, or the answer is, the forest believes in you.
Wait a second. Hold on. You emphasized that wrong. The forest believes in you. As in, like, do you believe in the forest with the Bigfoot? But the Bigfoot in the forest believe? I don't know.
I have an idea. I have a random idea. Okay. I'm going to pull out an old one that we've done already. Okay. And I want you to ask a question and see if it answers that question.
I'm confused. What?
So you come up
you
with
want me
a
to come
question.
up? Okay.
And let me look up some examples. Okay. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say the Johnny Carson question, where he would have an envelope, and then he would psychically like ask a question, and then he would rip the envelope open, and then it would like answer that question or whatever.
Do
you know what I'm talking about?
I've ever seen that? No.
Oh, dang it! I'll send a.
I can infer. Okay, I can infer what you're talking about, but I just don't know what kind of question I need to ask. But I know what kind of answers are in the thingy.
Yes.
So like.
So here's an example. The question was, describe the sound made when a sheep explodes. And then the answer is, and it's like, you get it? So the answer in the envelope was the but. So the question was, so it's something like that.
Okay. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Where in the world is... Courtney says he would say the answer the first part. So we're doing the opposite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're asking the question, and then the answer is... he would say the answer. Oh.
Okay.
So we have it backwards. So
it's too late. It's too late. It's too late.
You have to answer the question. What was your question?
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And the answer is, take bold steps, even if no one is watching.
Okay, you know what? You'll find her. She's out there somewhere. Take bold steps. You'll find her. Yeah. I can work with that. That's all right.
Gosh.
That was terrible.
What
a terrible idea.
I apologize. Hey, it was an idea, okay?
It was, in fact, an idea. So
okay,
Never mind, I'm not going to go there.
With that, let's get to some current events.
We're on fire again. Actually, a lot of places are on fire. There's a really bad one in Utah, and there's a really bad one in Colorado, and I think there's a bad one in Arizona. And then we have another smaller one, like just north of where the other one was at. The feds literally just left. Like they got out of there. Like everybody that came to help packed up and went home, and like a couple days later, we're burning again.
Yep,
it's cool.
It's crazy. It's so dumb. On a totally different note, I wanted to get to this before we got too far into the show, and I forgot. First of all, don't forget to join the Patreon. For $5 a month or $10 a month, you get commercial-free early access to the podcast. It normally releases on Wednesdays. Patreon gets them on Mondays without any commercials. Then on Wednesday, you also get a full Patreon episode. Those episodes are anywhere from a half hour to an hour. You get an entire episode worth of content as a part of your Patreon. And then on top of that, you get the ability to request specific episodes and have it move to the top of the list. We've actually had a handful of Patreon episodes over the last month. The Dulce Base was a Patreon episode. The medical industry was a Patreon episode.
Those
And
are
so
both really good, by
yeah.
the way.
So and
you guys do a
so
good job.
our thought process is if you're paying us to make a podcast, we want it to be what you want us at what you want it to be. And so joining the Patreon gives you that.
You can also join the Patreon without paying. You just won't get the bonus content.
Yeah,
right?
if you join the Patreon without paying, you get there's certain things that I'll release that are for everybody. So like there's a few songs I've made. I made the Squonk song. I made a song about the Squonk from a couple weeks ago. I made a full song of that. Yeah, I'll drop the Javi song on there. So you can have access to the music. And that's in the free tier. But the benefits of having the commercial-free episode and all that stuff, that's all for paying customers only. And then go to Insane Labs, spelled with a Z. Use the code BABigfoot for up to 45% off on select items. And then we've got a new one, Phil. This one's pretty cool. This is a cool partnership I'm excited about. So if you are in the Denver area and you want to get a tattoo, even if
you're not in the Denver area, you just want to go to the Denver area and get a tattoo.
And you want a really, really high quality, like these guys. So my brother, it's the same studio. It is, in my opinion, the best studio in Denver to get a tattoo. If you want to get a tattoo, hit up Theo G at Chakra Tattoo, spelled CHAKRA. And if you say you're from if you're from Biblically Accurate Bigfoot, you're from the podcast, you're a listener, you get 25% off of your tattoo. And at that point, honestly, that 25%, that's your gas money to go down there to get a better quality tattoo than you're going to get in this area. Like, and I'm talking significantly better quality tattoo. And so hit them up, 25% off, and fat discount on piercings as well. But he wanted to reach out, and it's Mike's cousin. He reached out to me and was like, hey, would love to work with you guys. Is there any way that you would be willing to advertise for us? And I was like, dude, let me know what you want to do for our listeners and we'll work it out. And so good people there, they'll do you right. And if you can go to TikTok and you can go to Chakra Tattoo Denver, Maze Garcia, and then Theo G. He also has his own TikTok profile, and they put all of their work out there, so you can see the quality that they do. Or just ask Mike.
Find a picture of Mike. Yeah, find a picture of Mike. He's a walking billboard advertisement for them.
Just ask Mike to send you a picture of him. But yeah, if you've ever seen my brother's tattoos,
why'd you put it like that? Hey, can you send me a picture of you?
Yeah, you got to make it as awkward as possible. Be like, hey, Mike, I'm thinking about getting a tattoo. Can I get a picture of you?
No, don't preface the just hey, can I see your tattoos? Can you send me pictures of your tattoos?
I'm getting a tattoo of you. Can I get a picture? I mean, can I?
Oh man!
Oh my gosh!
Oh.
But anyway, you get a 25% discount if you mention the Be a Bigfoot podcast. And dude, let's see if we can help out cousin Theo on that.
Yeah. Also, back to the other, you mentioned our code for Insane Labs, but also you mentioned in the original intro that we did, go hang out in Javi's live, because you'll get smoking deals there as well.
Yeah. So if you follow Insane Labs on TikTok, when they go live, so Javi goes live every day. And
in the evening times.
Yeah, in the evening. It usually starts around 4 our time. Sometimes as late as 6 that he'll start. And then on the weekends, I think he goes in the mornings. But he'll give you really good discounts. Like, I'm better than our discount code online will give you. Just so you know that, like, we're not gatekeeping their products so that you can make money off them. Like, no, your best chance of getting a good deal of their product is by going to the lives on TikTok and buying it from them. And when Javi is on, and the morning crew too, but if you let them know that, hey, I'm here because of the podcast, you'll probably get, I can't speak for them, but you'll probably get even a little bit better of a discount. But either way, like your purchases help support him. They support the Insane Labs, and Javi is an independent artist, but he's with Carnivore Audio, which I'll shout out Carnivore Audio now. That is Insane Labs music label, so to say. So he's independent, but he's with Carnivore Audio, which is kind of he works sounds with weird, but yeah,
they work together.
And if you do music stuff, they also have my brain is drawing a blank, but the program that helps you with your audio levels and stuff like that. And you can download that and buy that and put it on there if you make music. It's a cool tool. I know Mike uses it to help you with your music production. But yeah, I just want to give them a huge shout out. But anyway, so next episode, or current events in this episode. The next thing I wanted to say was, Phil, this is 100% in your vein. So you know how there's been a RAM shortage for like the computer RAMs?
Yeah.
So we all just thought it was because they're building all those data centers.
Well, that's what they told us.
That's
they wouldn't
because
lie.
That's what they told us. Yeah, they wouldn't lie, right? So it sounds like, from what I can confirm, the three main companies have a current litigation. They're being sued. Those three companies are Samsung, Hynix, and Micron. And sounds like they were just choking the supply chain to make more money and benefiting from a shortage that's going to occur with AI. They were making that shortage even more severe. We're not doing anything to accommodate it so that they can make more money. But they claim they were just that it was a real shortage, and that shortage is because of AI. So, I mean, we should believe them, right? Because there was a shortage, right?
I have a question that I didn't think to ask the first time you told me this. Who is suing them?
I didn't write that down. I'd have to look it up. But I know that in the early 2000s, those three companies were successfully sued, and a lot of high up people got fired, lost their jobs. A few even went to jail over the fact that in the early 2000s, they did the exact same thing. They created a monopoly, they throttled the system, and then made a ton of money for the companies.
Okay, I just Googled RAM lawsuit and the AI overview. They are talking, the way they talked about this. They called what you were just talking about a history of cartel behavior.
I mean, that's what they're doing.
Hynix. Yeah, I know, but that's what they called it. They called it a history of cartel behavior. AI called it a history of cartel behavior.
That's
wow,
wild, dude.
Wow. Plaintiffs. Suit involves 17 individual plaintiffs and small businesses. Okay. Huh. Wow. Yep. That's cool.
So I would want to believe them, but because of the fact that they've done this before, makes me think, why would they not take advantage of a situation in which there is a real shortage? Because of AI, there is
it is going shortage. Yes, it will be a thing, but
not to the level that it became.
I am a big fan. I really hope this works out, because I think that also sets a legal precedent for like that type of behavior from companies. Like, if you can get successfully sued for falsely creating a shortage and jacking prices because of that, then that could then be applied to future situations or other situations where like, well, we're just not going to continue to, or like, we're not going to accommodate, because of this or the other thing. Like,
Right.
I think that could apply to a lot of things, and that could actually lead to better prices for consumers in a lot of areas.
Yeah. And
I hadn't
maybe
thought
we
about
could
that,
see, I mean, if they really wanted to, because of the repeat nature of this, I would like to see maybe them force the companies to split up a little bit.
That would be good too.
Because then in order for them to do it again, there would be, say, 6 companies trying to do it rather than just 3. And I mean, you get 3 companies, that's a monopoly at that point if they work together.
AI also called it a triopoly.
Triop?
Triopoly.
Triopoly.
3 companies.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, is it not just a monopoly?
Well, and that's
if you're all working together.
That's the core accusation, is that they colluded to do this on purpose to make money. So, yeah. Cuteness.
So currently, it's hot in Europe. Did you see that?
I did.
Their streets and their street lights are melting, and it's between 95 and 105 degrees in their country, and they're like, I was like, dude, that's July and August for us.
Yeah.
And they're like, but it's different here. No, it's not. As evidenced by all of the European soccer fans coming over here and going, oh my gosh, they have real heat.
Yeah.
So I've been trolling the videos of people posting it. It's like, see, it's different here. I've been saying it's a skill issue. It's a skill issue. You guys aren't making your street signs and your roads to code if it melts at 105 degrees. Dude, I remember one time when we went to Arizona in July, and I remember the air temperature was 124 or something like that.
Arizona in July is literally lethal temperature for, like, that would destroy more of Europe than the Black Plague.
Oh, dude, it would for real.
Like,
so okay, 2 things. First thing I'm going to say is, I remember, so we went and I made the mistake of, I went to the water park. It was outdoor water park, and I saw the spot to put your flip-flops, and there were no shoes there. And I was like, why are there no shoes here? You guys just wearing your shoes into the river? And I put my flip-flops in the shoe port. I took 2 steps onto the concrete, blistered my feet. Blisters on 2 steps.
Yeah.
Immediately stepped back onto the grass, grabbed my flip-flops, put them on, but the damage was done. And I walked down to the river, and all of the flip-flops are just right next to the river. So people were just getting into the river. Mm-hmm. It was a lazy river, getting into the lazy river and then putting their shoes on shore. And I was like, I wonder how many of these people did the exact same thing as me and blistered the bottom of their feet. Blistered, like, and I mean, I don't mean like, oh, it was really hot and it hurt. I literally had blisters on my toes from it.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So
I saw a guy that, I didn't bring this up before. I saw a guy do a pretty good statistical breakdown of the odds of dying in the United States to firearm violence versus dying in Europe to heat. What'd you do?
Hold up. So it sounds like I accidentally put the Patreon episode out instead of the actual episode. Gosh dang, dude. Well, if I did that, I guess I can air an apology right now and just say, hey, sorry about that. I'll put out the actual episode.
I was finishing up my thing about the heat.
Yeah, say it.
No, I was just going to say, so somebody did a pretty good video breaking down the statistics on the heat deaths in Europe. In an average year, you are 3 times as likely to die to heat in Europe as you are to die in America to firearm violence.
I saw that. I was talking to Mike about it. It was pretty. That was a funny conversation. So random, but hey, it is.
But yeah, and then they have the audacity to talk about like how like tornadoes here are like, you know, why are they such a problem? Like if you just built your houses out of, you know, like brick, or something, tornadoes wouldn't be a problem. And just like, you're dumb. You're dumb. You're actually you're so silly for that comment. Like, nah, that's not how that works.
For real though.
We just got different weather.
Oh man.
Anyway,
It's true. But all right, well, with that, let's go ahead and we will introduce Javi onto the episode, but we'll go ahead and start with introducing JavyDade. Javi is a recording artist, music artist. He's got music all the way from, he's got some Christian stuff with Daffy and all the way to more secular music. Wherever on the line of hip hop and rap that you like, he's got music along the whole thing. And so there's music there for everybody to listen to. But I'll just I'll let you introduce yourself this time.
What is going on? Episode 96. I go by the name of JavyDade. Some say Javy, some say Javy. JavyDade. We here with the BA Bigfoot podcast. Engineer, recording artist, graphic designer, the full nine. Whatever it takes to be an independent artist, that is me.
The bomb.
Yes. So, with that, we're just gonna we'll get into it right now, and again, Phil and I will go back and we'll re-record the intro stuff. But Mike,
all right. So we had a juicy question, question for Javi.
Tell him the story
just to start things off. So when I first came across Javi, Tanner had turned me on to Insane Labs, and I'm kind of flipping through, and I'd watched the morning show, and those guys are crazy, duck calls and all the things. And then and then Javi's on there, and I'm like, this little dude just sits there and listens to music, and I was just flipping through, and he's like, well, stick around for a little bit. So stuck around. He plays good music, and I realized some of the music was his. And then Tanner sent me some links, and I was like, man, this dude's talented. I'm going to check this out. And so kind of just getting to know Javi and things like that. So fast forward, and, after we've kind of got to know Javi and things like that, Javi's got a lot of great songs out with this dude named Wayne Wood. Right.
Yes, sir.
And so, they got some great collabos going too. So check him out too. So I'm sitting there and I'm flipping through, and I'm like, I need to follow Wayne Wood too. And I can't find Wayne Wood anywhere. And there's 3 pictures of Wayne Wood on the internet, and they're all JavyDade. And I was like, that's weird. When you search Wayne Wood, there's pictures of JavyDade. And I'm like, maybe. And I've changed my mind. Here was the first question. I was like, is Wayne Wood and JavyDade, are they the same person? Like, there's interviews. There's full interviews with Wayne Wood on the internet that you can read. But no pictures at all. And I was like, man. So, but I have a new theory, and this was actually Tanner threw this one out there, that if you're on Insane Labs in the lives, there's a dude named Lamey on there. So that's our new theory, is that maybe Lamey is Wayne Wood. So the question is, who the heck is Wayne Wood?
And Javi,
that's our question.
Are you Wayne Wood?
Negative. I've been asked that before. No, I'm not Wayne Wood. One, I can't hit those vocals. Wayne Wood's vocals are amazing, bro. Like,
yeah,
his range is crazy. 2, Wayne Wood's music, if you listen to his solo stuff, again, I can't tap into that realm. JavyDade and Wayne Wood are 2 different people. No alter ego, none of that. Nice.
No, and that's what got me thinking. So I went down this rabbit hole. I started researching all the Insane Labs guys. So, but yeah. So, and like I said, he's obviously very private. Even in his interviews and stuff, he's like, he didn't want anybody to know who he was. And then, but Lamey's like that too. Nobody knows who Lamey is on Insane Labs. There's no pictures of Lamey on there either on the internet. So we don't know who Logan, his real name's Logan, isn't it? I figured that out.
Maybe.
See, I know some things. I've been digging.
CIA credit. I can neither confirm nor deny.
It might be Michael.
Because he's named after the Wolverine.
Possibly.
I caught that somewhere.
Possibly.
How awkward is this?
I love the theories, though.
You know who
'Cause
else
you
is
know-
not
you
on the
obviously
internet
know
is
him.
Dalton. From Dustin and Dalton, Dalton isn't on the internet either. There's
Mhm.
nothing about Dalton on the internet at all.
Hmm.
You can't find anything on Dalton. Dustin's all over the place, but there's nothing on Dalton. There's nothing on Shoe either.
Shoes.
If you put Shoe in there, it shows some other guy.
Shoe was the man on baseball, bro. He used to go crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't really find him on social media either.
So how do you?
There's not
Shout
much.
out to Shoe.
If he listens.
He listens to little clips. That's it.
So how do you know? So obviously, because we asked Insane Labs how they knew you.
Right.
How do you know Waynewood then? Just through Insane Labs, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
DMs, Instagram DMs.
so do you actually?
That's
have you met
actually
him in
that's
real life?
actually where that.
If I met him in real life, yeah, I have.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's actually where that first theory came from.
we met up. We met up for one session. It was awesome.
Crazy.
Was because
The man works
Insane
like,
Labs music. I looked at Insane Labs music, and there's only 2 people ever signed by Insane Labs music. And it's you and
There was
Waynewood.
actually a third one.
Was there?
Yeah, it didn't. That's how it all started. Insane Labs
Yeah, he
music with
mentioned
this
that.
artist named Ozzy,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was
yeah.
I was
And then-
engineering for him,
That's right.
and
He did tell us that.
I gave them a call. I was like, hey, if you guys have an open roster, I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
independent. I engineer my own stuff, and they were like, really? You
Yeah.
do all that yourself? Cool, let's go. Boom, and it happened.
Yep.
Been down for 6+ years with them already.
Yeah.
And counting. We just getting started, bro. There's a lot of things in the works. The
Right.
rock album I got dropping with Waynewood I think it's my best project up to date when it comes to production, the engineering, the mastering,
Good deal.
just the overall quality, bro. I think it's all cohesive, and it's my first. I'm proud of it. To me, this is something new because it's like the first time I'm tapping into this realm compared to the hip hop stuff. Like I could put out another hip hop album, and probably the most I'll say about it is like better lyrics or something. But this is a whole new baby to me. It's awesome.
When it comes to the production stuff, and like, do you think rock just has more stuff to work with just because there's more going on than
Bro.
in hip hop in terms of like the instrumental side of things?
That
Or-
is on the money, bro. When it comes to rock, you're fighting the drums, the guitars, your vocals have to stand out. You can't just approach a song like hip hop. Hip hop, for example, if I jump on a boom bap beat, you're mainly gonna hear my vocals and the bars I'm breaking down.
Right.
But in rock, it's so much going on. And I learned this when I was working with this artist named Landon. He's off of the band The Plotting You,
Oh,
Man.
Landon Tours?
Landon Tours.
Dude.
So I was
That's
working
so
on the first time I ever met him. I was like, I'll engineer the session. He was like, oh, let me just try it out. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm not used to people engineering me. So when I saw Landon working and how he maneuvers with rock and his production with music, I was like, man, I got a lot to learn, bro. And since then, I got curious. I was like, man, I need to tap in with rock. I would like to give it a go. And it was motivating to see someone like Landon and Waynewood like piecing these songs together. I was like, now we're here. Let's get this rock album going.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it
Echoing
comes to
there.
production, rock is on a different level compared to hip hop and pretty much anything else. Reggaeton, R&B. Yeah, by a landslide.
Well, I'd agree with that too. Because Javi, I appreciate you, man. I've mentioned it on the show, but you helping me and coaching me through some of this stuff too. Because I decided I was going to do a rock song for these guys. And
How's that going?
Man, I tell you what, because so like the stems and the loops for the hip hop and even like the cheesy love songs and stuff I do, they just piece together like a puzzle. But like the rock stuff it's hard. There's so much more layering to it, than there is with the hip hop. You just there's a lot of loops, and they're in the rock there. It's not everything is. It's constantly changing and stuff. If you want it to sound the way you want it to sound,
That's another thing. The song structure with rock songs is a different ballgame too.
yeah.
Rap is just like a verse, a hook, another verse, and then call it a day. But rock is like a pre-chorus and then a hook, and then I don't know.
And then you throw the instrumental in the middle because you want,
right.
it's crazy. Yep.
I will say though, like I know the whole conversation started a while ago because you were showing some of the stuff that you had recorded before but never released. And I know he told you then, but I'm telling you now on the podcast that like your voice, like I feel like your voice was made for rock. Like I love your hip hop rap stuff, but the way that your voice connects and sounds on the rock, Courtney, when we listened to, I can't remember which one of the songs off of your album that you played, that's going to release here in a month and a half. Shout
Circles.
out. Yeah. Shout out just in case that didn't get caught on the earlier recording. But Javi's got an album coming out in about a month and a half that's rock. And
follow me on Spotify.
Yes. And everywhere. Yeah. We can get music. But we were listening to it and she's like, his voice is almost like both parts of Linkin Park because he can rap, but then he can also hit the vocals and it sounds good. And so like for real, like I know it's out of your comfort zone and or that you're kind of talking about just like how difficult it can be, but like vocally, man, your rock stuff is quickly becoming my favorite stuff of yours just because it sounds so good. And I like rock anyway, but I like both rock, hip hop, rap, I love everything. And but I know rock better than I know hip hop and rap. And I know the rock music well enough to know that your voice it sounds phenomenal on rock.
Wow. I appreciate that, bro.
Absolutely.
Well, that was kind of part of what I was getting at with the question regarding, what goes into it, how much more is going on in rock. Because like you were talking about, it's some of your best work. It's like, well, I feel like rock gives you more of a chance to like show, like it's just a bigger portfolio in one song. Like per song, there's just more of you in it. And so like, I don't know, rap, hip hop, I feel like a lot of it's kind of subjective to like, well, do you like, this person's style? Because like, obviously there can be bad quality stuff, but like, it seems like it's a lot easier to make something that's acceptable to someone. But with rock, it's like, it's quality or it's not.
Yeah.
Someone that has, the capability of putting out really good quality stuff, like that just gives you more of a chance, I think, to show what you've got. So especially if you're doing like everything in it or a lot of it, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's super fact.
Well,
and the crazy thing is I just started like listening to rock probably like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only band I probably know about is The Plotting You because I worked with Landon, but I just found out about Bring Me the Horizon like 2 weeks ago. Before that, I probably only knew like this commercial joints of just Linkin Park. I don't know much about it.
I'm glad you brought up
the beats. Like once I would hear the beats, I felt like I could connect with them instantly, bro. The lyrics, I don't write nothing down. They just hit on the spot. I'm punching in these takes, almost like a freestyle kind of concept, but more like, I would think each line, lay it down, but it felt natural compared to like hip hop where I have to sit down and write down the bars and I'm like, man, I felt like I've said this before. I think when it comes down to lyricism on rock, it's more fluid.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned Bring Me the Horizon. Did you see their new single they just dropped a couple days ago? They went back to deathcore.
What's it called?
They released a straight up deathcore song a couple days ago. This is sick.
What's it called?
What was it called? Give me 2 seconds.
Time's up.
Oh man. Dehumanized.
Dehumanized?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. It was really good. It was really, really good.
Why, did they pivot away from that sound or something? Like, what were
Well,
you
yeah,
doing?
so when they started, they were a lot like heavier, more hardcore deathcore oriented. And then, their last few years, they were kind of experimenting with some a little bit more popish, like a little lower key, some smoother, clean vocals and stuff like that.
Right.
And then so a lot of old school deathcore fans were kind of like, man, like they're still good, but like their old stuff was way better. Like that was just more what I was into. And so then like they just dropped this out of nowhere, completely out of nowhere.
That is what I started listening to, their old stuff, like the 2015, 2016, catalog, and I'm like very impressed with it.
Yeah.
It sounds new to me. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna check out this joint.
It was good. It was really good.
Fire.
So, Avi, we've mentioned that you're independent. What's your motivation for wanting to stay independent? Because obviously we've got a lot of theories about the music industry that we have. And so I'm curious what your take is from seeing it from more of the professional musician side of things.
These days, when I was upcoming, my dream was to get a deal. That was the definition of making it as an artist back in the day, like 10 years ago. Every artist was preaching about, oh, I just got signed. You're not popping if you're signed. And as I started, getting familiar with the industry, over the years, all of that started changing up. For example, artists like Russ. You guys know Russ? He's a independent hip hop artist, and he's the definition of just breaking the bank without anybody funding him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's gotten to a point now where you could achieve such numbers with just like applications and just consistently dropping reels and videos. That's on the music side. But now when we're speaking on contracts and how dark it is, that's another reason why I'd rather stay independent, because it gets scary, bro.
Yeah. Do you believe in the concepts of, like, in order to make it to the top, you have to basically sell your soul, like both figuratively or literally?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'd definitely believe in that.
Yeah. Do you think that it's
figuratively, literally, or
Both?
Both? Yeah.
I think just by betraying who you are, not only like when it comes down to a contract or anything, but just if there's a such opportunity and it comes with betraying how you were raised and the type of person you are, I think that's kind of like already selling your soul.
Yeah.
right?
And Javi, you just have a love for the game, and so as somebody who's known a lot of, not a lot, but I've known a few musicians that were signed and professional. We have an aunt that was a professional country singer, things like that. There just comes this point where they're just lost in it, and they're just they lose that love for the game of music, And you don't, like, you love every minute of it. Like you can just tell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. So
I love standing in front of the mic. This is all I know how to do, bro. This is what I do best since I was a kid. Lock myself in a room, make music. The minute I stop doing it, I feel like I'm either losing it or I'm wasting my time. I don't know. It's just something that I always have to be doing, bro.
Yeah.
And if I'm not making a hip hop song or recording, I'm engineering somebody, mixing some records, making a beat. Every day I'm in this room, making it count. It's with the love for it, to be real. It's not just because I have to achieve a certain goal, because I know I'm going to achieve any goal that I have, but it's mainly the love that I have for it. Yeah. Love of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So
It's like the gym.
do you think that system, like you said, now it seems like there's a lot, it almost seems like there's an easier access to the independent success. So on the record side, do you think that that's kind of going away, or do you think that they're still collecting souls, so to say, in the music industry?
I think they're collecting souls faster than ever right now.
Damn. Why do you think that is?
Because attention span these days, bro, is not like back in the day when an album or whatever would last 5 years, 10 years. When you look up back in the day, I remember my favorite artist would be around for 5-10 years, constantly in front of people's faces. These days, something goes hot for 3 months, on to the next. And I think that's what these labels have come down to. Like, we don't have to work with one guy when we could have multiple in and out.
Yeah. And we used to get to know those guys. Like, there's so many new artists I hear on the radio and things that I'm like, I have no idea who this is.
And you might like that one song, and then it's like, what happened to them after that?
Right.
You know, I think they figured out a way where they know how to milk it like crazy. Doesn't matter what you are. If you make a good song, out of here.
So I came across a crazy theory along these lines. That so you guys know back in like the 60s and 70s when they were recording in studios, it was basically like if you worked for Sony and you were a musician with Sony, it was like the same like dozen people doing all the instrumental tracks for every band and every singer. You know, and that was real, people hated that and everything else. But there's a theory that like a lot of the mainstream rap artists now are all like, it's all like 5 or 6 people and they're just running them through filters. Like, have you ever seen the video where they pitch up Jay-Z and it is Nicki Minaj,
Like identical.
Like and they pitch down Nicki Minaj and it is Jay-Z. Like, so there's this whole theory that there's like a dozen rap artists in the mainstream, and they're doing all the music and they're just pitching them up and down and running them through, you know, distorters and stuff. So there's a crazy theory about that.
Yeah,
so then they only have to pay one musician.
Yeah,
you know?
A lot of these big guys that already don't have to prove a point, they just have writing teams, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm part of a writing company where I'm constantly getting messages. We need hooks for such and such.
Gotcha.
They're trying to finish an album. They need beats for this album. And these are like top names that we listen to on the radio every day.
Yeah.
So they are asking songwriting companies for songs, and then they just go in there, jump in with their voices, probably reword a couple things. The songwriter gets credited, percentage splits, call it a day.
Yeah, it's an appearance thing. Yeah.
So have you heard hooks that you've written on the radio? Like
I haven't, but I did get close to an opportunity to land on a big hip hop album. The engineer of this, I can't say no names, bro, but the engineer of this artist was like, hey, I'm going to show it to this guy. And he's like one of the best rappers ever. But it didn't make it.
I have a list of names in my head when you say one of the best rappers ever. Like, I don't know if it's the same list as the list that's in your head.
Does it rhyme with hoop hog?
He's not on that list. I don't care.
Oh my gosh.
I'm thinking more like deck wine, smell a golf,
Something like that.
Mista.
Okay.
Or misted Blint's weight. I don't know.
Something along those lines.
I think Phil's having a stroke right now.
But Javi, I agree with you though with like the independent artist thing, because like when I was a kid, like I was a huge when Michael Jackson won all of those awards, like I was watching that live when that happened. Like I was alive during that time, and like that was my dream too, was to become a musician. I know. So, and you know, just growing up, if you didn't have studio time, you didn't have a backing, there was no social media, you had to have a tape, and you would have to figure out a way to get it to executives. And so that's when I was like, you know what, I guess I love my music. I'm going to do some music stuff, some music performance, music degrees, and teach music. And so I did that for a long time. And then I got into the counseling thing. And then, you know, now like this is my studio right here in my basement, you know, I can work here.
The thing is, compared to now to back in the day, is I could achieve an Eminem 4K type music video with just my homies and probably run out of studio for a quarter, maybe less of the budget that they'll use, compared to back in the day when if you see Eminem doing that same music video, it's like, wow, how do they do that movie?
Right.
You know, there was barely any access to those cameras like there is nowadays, or content.
Yeah.
These days, bro, homie from the corner could get a camera and we could kind of wing something like that these days.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I was going to ask. Do you think part of the reason that like it's become so saturated, there's so many like people going through the system now, is just because like it's so accessible, the talent pool is so easy to get into? Do you think there's just record label managers just like scrolling through TikTok going, oh, that person sings good, reach out to them. Oh, that person, whatever, like just going through. And
there are companies that run polls. There's companies that will pull your music and they'll run it against other things. And
that's half of it. The truth
crazy.
is, if you sing good or not, what numbers are you pulling in?
Yeah.
Just by dropping
I've
the crappy job.
I've heard some garbage that had just tons of followers just because.
I had a meeting once. I walked in on a label executive and I was like, hey, I have a catalog to show you. He's like, nah, let me look at your followers. And I had like 2,000 at the time. He was like, I can't work with you unless you have 15K. Yeah. I was like, what? All right, we got it.
They care about how many followers you have. They care about your image more than they care about your music. Yeah. In the industry.
That's something that
having a follower these days is pointless, bro. Because nowadays they make your whatever content hit the algorithm and other eyes before your own audience. I think you have to pay now for your audience to really, your own followers to look at that. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I think that's the thing I hate the most is because it feels like it goes against the nature of music and what it's supposed to be in and of itself. Just because like music is supposed to have a message, it's supposed to be like your heart in music. It's whatever you're thinking, whatever you're feeling in a song. And then they're just like, we don't care about any of that. We don't care about quality. We don't care about passion. All we care about is numbers. And we will like inflate the numbers if we need to. If you make us money, we don't care. Yeah. We do not care.
It's not about the art at all, bro.
That's
out the window already.
I hate that.
But I feel like it's going to come back down to that though. Because now the labels are pushing AI heavy, man. Like they're out here claiming they're signing AI artists when they're probably making them themselves. Mm-hmm. I've read such things where like, oh, we signed the new AI artists. Bro, you guys made them yourselves and you're running them through the same system. And there's people out here that don't even know that's an AI song.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I think it's these AI artists are getting placements in playlists that not even established or upcoming artists can get into, which is pretty crazy.
That's it's crazy. Nuts. Like I'm really good with AI stuff in general, just from being forced to do AI stuff with a podcast for creating advertisements for, and like some of the music that even I've created, I'm like, this doesn't sound AI. And it's like someone who doesn't know AI music well enough isn't like, they're not going to know the difference if someone tried to put it out there as their own. It's just crazy.
That's the scary part.
Yeah. I don't like it, but I will say because I have to deal with AI so much, I do have an ear for it. And so if people are trained, it's like, what is that old adage of like, if they don't study to find counterfeits, you don't study the counterfeit, you study the real thing. I feel like the people who are in music should like, they'll be able to see and identify. So I can identify AI because I'm in it so much and I use AI so much. I can identify it really easy still. But given another 5 years, what's there?
How much more advanced can it get?
Right.
Yeah. Well, and there's a whole crew that is there. They are AI music fans. Like that's almost its own genre.
Yeah.
And people love that. They'll listen to music on the AI generators more than they'll listen to actual.
Imagine it comes down to that. Like, you're not an AI artist. You're not in my playlist.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's
crazy. So, so another music industry conspiracy theory is like that the people at the top are MK Ultra. What do you think? What do you think of that? What's your thoughts on that? Do you think like
break down MK Ultra?
So that they are basically mind controlled by, like literally, actually, like controlled by the CIA.
They get kind of reset and triggered to say things and do things.
For sure. It's all a program.
Yeah.
It's all a system you have to be a part of once you become a voice. I think it comes down to that.
Have you ever met anybody that you like, this guy's controlled?
Like, you're not real, bro. Yeah. You're not real.
Nah, I haven't. Thank God I haven't. I'm not trying to be around none of that.
No, for real though. Yeah, it's weird. Like some of the big artists that disappear for 2-3 months once they start going a little out there in their beliefs, and then they'll just disappear. and then they'll come back like 2 months later completely different. Like when Kanye came back as like 3 feet taller than he is.
Oh my god,
The clones.
The clones.
Gucci Man clones.
You know, doing this podcast and doing as much research as we've done, I always tell people we've probably only put about a third to half of the research we find out on the podcast, because that's, what makes it on the show. And doing all the research we've done, it's hard to believe in coincidences anymore. And so, if it's, and I kind of think back to what you even just talked about, how it's so easy for them to just find people that want to be a part of it, that they're collecting souls, but yet there are still those names that for some reason are just stand out at top, I go to like a Taylor Swift. No matter what she does, good, bad, ugly, crime, she's still top of the charts.
Row at the Super Bowl.
And my question is, when people are as replaceable as they are, why would they continue to pay someone like Taylor Swift as much money as she makes in order to stay at the top if there wasn't some control in there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, when we talked about how the public tech is usually about 15 to 20 years behind whatever the people in control the government has. So I was thinking about this one day, like as good as they've gotten with the AI creating music, that like Steve from accounting can, put out some music. Imagine what the top dogs in the music industry have. Like they could just be personalities that they're just shoving into an AI making all this music. Some of these guys probably don't even know some of the songs they have out,
Yeah.
So yeah. Just a thought.
Do you think the Illuminati network exists within like an Illuminati-esque network exists within the music industry?
For sure, bro. I used to research a lot of that when I was young, man. Probably when I was like 13, 14, my dad put me onto a lot of that. He's like, be careful. You want to rap? You want to do this? Watch this. So I would go over a lot of videos, and like you said, I don't think there's no coincidences at this point anymore, bro.
So
it's in plain sight.
What's some information you would have that maybe would be surprising to like us, based off of like that?
On what, selling your soul?
Just like that Illuminati network or whatever, just the
anything
risk.
You've seen or experienced, or information that you know to be true or confident.
Nah, I haven't. But it's just a feeling that.
Have you ever done the backwards record thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where you run the record backwards and there's like hidden messages?
Yeah, I get scared of those
wild.
things.
That's wild. There's a few that I've listened to. I was like, oh, they're saying something.
Was it like a Nirvana record or something that has?
Yeah, I think Nirvana had one. There was some older ones too. Yep.
Nah, luckily I haven't witnessed anything in person that would make me solidify that, but I know for sure it's out there.
Okay, I got a question about a specific person that had a story kind of regarding this. Have you heard of Lil Tony at all? I saw an interview with that guy that he kind of got invited into that like circle. I think we talked about it once before.
Yeah, we did talk about it.
But I was just curious if you'd heard that story, and if so, what you thought about it.
Little Tony's his name?
Yeah, Lil Tony.
Nah, I haven't heard of it.
No?
I've seen a lot of artists saying the same thing, though, that they got invited and whatnot.
Yeah. You should look up that interview and get back to us at some point and see what you think.
He's a hip-hop artist?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to check it out.
Okay.
Have you ever listened to Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, full album, while you watch The Wizard of Oz?
What?
Nah, bro.
It matches up.
For real?
What do you mean
For
it matches?
real.
What do you mean by that?
Like it tells the story. Like to put it on mute, put on Dark Side of the Moon, and play The Wizard of Oz, and it tells the story of Wizard of Oz.
How long is
you
that
can
album?
do it with 2001: A Space Odyssey too, and it tells a different story. The lyrics tell a different story for a different movie.
Wow.
I've heard of
We
the
tried it once.
Space Odyssey
music. We're like, That's crazy. So 2 different movies, same album, but the story's different because the
You
imagery
gave me an idea. I got to do something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm gonna watch like a Jet Li movie and make an album around it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Take one of
See, your approach. My music, I've been doing that too. I've been just seeing like what can I do that nobody's done before, and so I got a lot of hidden stuff in there.
Wow, that's awesome.
have the Insane Labs movie, but tell a completely different story. That'd be so random.
Man, it would. I've always wanted
a
to
family
be in
coming together.
I've always wanted to be in a movie, bro, and like an action movie.
I know, me too.
Like a Bruce Lee, Jet Li, Donnie Yen type of thing.
All right, here's what we do. We tell Dustin and Dalton we need a new movie, but it's got to be an action movie. Kicking indoors.
I've brought it up to them. They're like, man, I'll be down, but the truth is that it's a mission, bro. From what I've heard,
like
it's a nightmare putting a movie together, bro.
I feel like you or Waynewood's type of music would be good in like a John Wick movie. That kind of underground offbeat type of
song
vibe.
We make, I always send them that message. I'm like, bro, I say this every time, but I feel like this song will be perfect for a movie. He's like, bro, you say the same time, but I agree.
See, we tell him Javi's going to put the soundtrack together for the movie, and then we've
had opportunities where there's this thing called sync, and it's like these companies where they pick up your song and they strip your song down from the stems. Like they grab the vocals, the beat, everything, and they place it in commercials. It could be like a Pepsi commercial or a Netflix show, a movie. And I think Wayne would land in one in like a 50 Cent show, something like that. It was pretty awesome. And then we've had other people that, promise like, oh, we're about to get this song on the show. It never happens.
Yeah.
But it is possibility one of our songs might land on one of those.
That'd be cool.
Especially a John Wick. What?
That'd be so sick.
That would be cool.
It would be cool if you had a song that landed on it at the same time as Insane Labs got a product that they could then advertise for it as well, and you guys can
products placement in the movie. Like he takes the scoop and then goes wild.
That's what I thought. What happened with Saw? Like I felt like if the product was going to be in the movie or something, but it was just a collaboration. Yeah. Still incredible. Still awesome.
I mean, I was gonna say that's still pretty dope.
Yeah, there's so much product placement and stuff. It cracks me up. I always point it out, especially in action movies. I'm like, you know that company paid for that right there. They're sitting there eating something real specific. I'm like, that company paid to be in this movie.
Just imagine like in one of the levels, it's like you have to take a whole 60 serving of psychotic saw to like get the door open.
Oh man,
brutal.
For real. Gosh.
Have you watched all the Saw movies then, Javi?
I watched probably like the first one and then the last one. It's hilarious. We went to watch the last one that came out with Landon and Dustin and Harrison, bro.
Okay, this is a really off-topic question, but what's the worst Saw trap? What do you think? I've seen a lot of them. Yeah,
probably in the last movie because I feel like there was barely any effort, bro.
Okay, what I meant was like the trap you would least like to have to deal with or be in. Like the nastiest trap.
I think the reverse bear trap, man. That reverse bear trap is.
I disagree. That one's like
that would be quick
pretty,
though.
I was going to say that's pretty instantaneous.
It's pretty quick.
It's gnarly, but I don't think it's like the worst.
What about the one that has the 2 walls closing in on you?
Oh yeah,
claustrophobia. Nah, that's
oh no, I think for me it's probably tied between the one where you got to reach up through the like metal thing for the key.
Oh yeah,
like the coon trap or the needle pit. The needle pit, dude. That that's gnarly. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I don't know. He got me thinking on it. With the, like, what would the effects be of like 60 servings of psychotic, bro? Like you just have just make you super sick. Like really, really, really. Maybe it
would probably stop your heart eventually. Yeah.
That's how much caffeine would that be? 60 servings of
390
400
times.
apiece.
Yeah.
You definitely feel,
Dude, that
sweaty.
might actually be lethal dose. Hold on, I gotta do math.
All right,
Keep talking.
Well, while he's doing math, Javi, let's get back on track a little bit. So,
Oh yeah, dude, that would absolutely that would take you
That's
out.
crazy.
For sure. That's 24,000 milligrams.
Brother.
yeah, dude, that'd be hilarious.
Oh,
You have to take.
that would be the worst feeling ever leading up to death. That'd be horrible.
They kind of anyway. So Javi, back on track a little bit. Have you ever encountered anything in the industry that made you like uncomfortable or like industry adjacent?
Can't think off top, bro. Thank God, nothing, man. Nah, because I could kind of sense when if I were to get invited to such party or something.
Yeah.
I could already know and be like, the vibes at that place are gonna be weird. I don't want to go. Nah, nothing crazy, man. Nothing crazy. Thank God.
Is there anything that like you avoid as an artist because like you avoid discussing, you avoid going to, you avoid doing because of whether or not you're afraid of lost opportunities or like you're talking like the vibe is off or you're like something's weird gonna be there?
Nah, what I avoid is just places where my time won't be wasted. Like I've done so many shows where the crowd is just full of artists. Yeah. And they consider it a networking event when it's really not. It's just people with egos that are just not gonna talk to each other and nothing is gained out of it. So I would go to those things, treat it like as a practice run. You know, I'm grateful for everything I've done in the shows and stages I've touched, but it's at a point now where you could kind of sense like, is that event or festival or whatever worth even attending?
Right.
Yeah. So these days any invitation I have to go through it a little carefully, be like, all right, what's this about? Who's gonna be there? Is my time gonna be wasted?
Yeah,
no,
for sure.
Let's go. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Nothing like on the skeptical side of like, man, is such and such parties are gonna be there. Yeah. Because usually sometimes these people market it like, oh, you never know who's in the building, CEOs, executives. There's nothing there, bro.
So okay. Let me ask a question this way. Like, is there anything from your exposure of what you've experienced being in the music industry? Is there anything that you would want to like warn people who want to get into that point? If you could talk to your younger self, like, is there anything you would warn yourself of? Like anything like that?
Yeah. Don't let the numbers get to your head. You know, once you have that one song or that one jump, because it's happened, bro, that you overnight 15,000, 20,000 followers, your notifications, your DMs, whatever, blowing up. I just say, don't let it get to you, man. These are just people that are going to forget about you in the next 72 hours, you know?
Yeah.
Time span, attention these days is not what you think. These people don't know you, and you might consider them supporters and whatnot, but with time, you could tell who they really are as you're building. So remain humble and just be yourself, because that's what people will respect about you. And that's how you gain a solid supporter.
Yeah. So is that how, like, you've gotten people reaching out to you, how tempting is it to give up the independent artist aspect and go into sign with somebody like Sony? Like how tempting is it to do that for you when those opportunities pop up?
It's unreal reading like the emails and the messages, because it's like, man, I've always, you grew up listening to people under that label.
Right.
But once you do your research, they might give you some spotlight or help you out for maybe a rollout. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, they're accommodating to the top guys. So it's kind of like, what's the point of joining something when you're going to be shelved?
Right.
So is it tempting? Maybe at first, but just research, man. Research.
I was going to say, how many people do you think just don't do the research, though? They have, a song or two that gets a lot of attention, and then, they've got labels reaching out to them. They're just like, oh, perfect. I made it. Cool. Now I can, coast, do whatever. Like, you have that.
That's the problem. Like, somebody they take advantage of people that are young, that have never heard the term of 30 grand, 50 grand. And those be the ones that come in and out 33 months, hit single. We're gonna place this artist to remix your song, and it's probably an artist that you grew up listening to that's your idol, and then you're out. You're out the picture. Then you're in debt. Then you got to pay that back, and who knows when you pay it back, you will get shelved once that money can't come in, and you've lost all your opportunities for placements on the radio, whatever it is. So being independent is just as scary because you don't know when the opportunity's coming again, or
Sure.
if there's an opportunity coming.
Right.
But the blessing is that you have creative freedom, man.
Right.
No one is going to be knocking on your door
Right.
telling you, hey, we don't like that last song, or that whole album you did is not it. We're not putting that out.
Right.
Right.
So
Well, and that's
I think there's no amount of money that could, for at least for me, shake me out of that.
we've joked that we have a price point that if someone wanted to take over and they'd offer us, life-changing money, $100 million a piece. Yeah, show's yours, man. I just start.
Well, I was going to say, but you started to say it there. That gives you the financial freedom to then just do something else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I would just sell
because
the
like
show,
there's other ways to and that's absolutely agree. Javi, do you think you have a price point for what you would sell like your
If I were to
like
do
your-
a deal, it would be for like an album or a single. It wouldn't be something that like they're in control of everything I do.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
for sure.
Agreed.
So-
yeah,
That to me is like a good deal, because even though if they take whatever percentage from it, I know they're gonna milk it. I know they're gonna run with that album, put it everywhere they got to
Yep.
do,
Yep.
and then whatever follows up after is on me.
right.
Yep.
But price point, I don't matter. Whatever. Just give me the good deal. It doesn't have to be any advances,
Right,
as long
right,
as the
Right.
splits and percentages are right.
Yeah, exactly.
We're Gucci,
I guess-
though.
we never brought that part up, Tanner, that like specifically saying like just the show title or just like
Right.
this specific content, like what we've made, whatever, like that that would be a stipulation, because there's no way I'm ever selling myself.
No, yes,
I'll sell stuff that I've made, but I'll never sell
Right.
myself.
Like,
Agree.
what you guys got going on right now, I think it's amazing, bro. Like the whole Patreon thing, and then rolling out on Spotify, about to be 100 episodes in.
yeah.
It's only gonna get better. I mean, what do you guys feel like that's missing to get to that next level
I think
without any backing?
Yeah, I think for us, it's just when we first started the show, we learned real quick that we didn't want to make it just to make it. We wanted to make it quality. And so we spent the first few weeks it was more about making it quality than it was just making it. And so that was kind of when we decided we weren't going to do video at the time, because we wanted it to be as high a quality as possible. And right now, audio was the only thing. I think
Right.
shifting to do video could potentially bring us to that next level. But honestly, even more than video, I think the one thing that is probably holding the show back the most is just time. Because if I had more time to split the audio and make shorts on TikTok, to make clips on TikTok, if I had the time to even record myself making shorts, that I'm seeing a lot of the podcasts get a lot of followers and listeners based off of their shorts, their social media content. And right now, just time wise, I don't have time because I work full time as a pastor, and then I'm also a regional executive with our denomination.
Awesome.
I'm also a dad of 2 kids under 5 years old, and once the boys grow up a little bit and go to school, and I find myself with a little bit different schedule. I don't know how time is going to work, and so but we're always trying to think of what's the next little thing we can do, at least, to make it better.
Right.
I imagine you're probably, so what my question would be to you is like, what do you think is going to be the next thing? Like, what do you see yourself doing to grow yourself as an independent artist?
Pretty much what I'm doing times 3. More music, more features, collaborations, more content is the main thing.
Yeah.
I think content is probably my weakest point, because when I first started, it was just a music video, call it a day. That was something timeless that people will always revisit. But these days, like, I feel as music video is not even a thing anymore.
Right.
Just how the algorithm works. They don't push nothing unless it's 15, 30 seconds. It has to have a hook in the beginning and then roll into, a scene of you talking and whatnot. So I think I have to adapt. That's the best thing. Adapt to what's going on. I feel like it changes every 2-3 months.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I kind of feel like it takes away from the art. You make this whole album or you make a whole project, and then it's like, it's not just people. You don't just expect people to listen to it. You have to go out there and do the groundwork again and shoot these videos, get these content, put those clips out. And it's crazy, whereas now at 10, 15 clips a day, recommended for the algorithm to acknowledge you and whatnot. But I have to find my niche in that. And I think that's what's going to get me to the next level once I find the pocket.
Yeah. Well, that's like, and I don't know if you would even approve of me doing it, but like, your buddy Luke just got an opportunity with him being on America's Got Talent and getting the golden buzzer and all that stuff. How cautious, because you guys are friends. How cautious are you in that environment so you've got a friend who has an opportunity. You obviously don't want to use your friend, but is there the possibility of exposure through the people that you're close to? And how's that dynamic work? Because as somebody who's independent, and like you were talking about, I was like, you don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? So like, What does that look like for you as an independent artist?
So that comes down to collaboration. I think that's the most important thing, because you never know what that person you're collaborating with will go through. You guys just made a timeless song together. So that's already an opportunity right there. Him with AGT has a lot of doors opening for shows, especially in Miami and who knows where else. And since we have that song together, it's a hit too. When it comes to Miami, that song is like an anthem.
Nice.
Because we're talking about the main coaches out here. So it's like a given. He calls me up, Javi, we got a show. He actually called me again. He said, we have a show on Saturday. Let's pull up. He's independent as well. He has AGT going on. When I have the opportunity to go to this other show that's happening in DC, he's coming along to that too. So it's just, blessings on blessings.
Right.
Yo, I got the blessing. I got the opportunity to come perform here. You want to do our song? Let's do it. Boom. Yo, Luke, come through. And that's going on with Luke. Now there's other artists too that, have other shows. Somebody that's in a rock record. He's like, yo, I'm performing here at this venue. You want to come through? Fire.
Well, and that kind of goes back to what you were saying about, just the type of community that you foster, like, not worrying about the numbers, worrying about the quality of the people that you're surrounding yourself with. If you're surrounding yourself with people that, you're going to lift each other up, when one person has success, that's success for everybody. And then you just kind of, lift each other up and pull each other up as you go.
That's what it's about. 1 foot in, we all in. Yep.
Yeah.
Guys, 1 second. Let me.
Yeah, you're good.
Real quick.
And that's, dang it. Poorly timed. I was going to say something about, that's part of the reason that I'm stoked to have, Dustin Dalton and Javi on here is because, like, it's cool that they're part of something that has,
I'm back.
Oh, welcome back, brother. What I was saying was, it's cool to have you guys on, not just because, like, you're part of a company that people know, but also just because, like, you're that type of people. You're the type of people that we would want to have, like, if nobody knew who any of you guys were and you didn't have a company, you weren't part of, you didn't do music, whatever. You're just the type of people that we want to have on the show and surround ourselves with. Yeah. Like, that's what we love about you guys. Yeah. So, like, yeah, it's cool that you have more of that in the music side of things too.
So do you, one of the things with as a pastor, one thing that we push is accountability. And having people who have your back enough that if you started to, like, I guess in the music industry, it'd be like, if you started to sell yourself out, if you started to make decisions that were really not beneficial for you, do you have an accountability system within the music industry or like within your friend group of like, hey, Javi, you know what, man, like, I don't like the way who you're becoming because you had this album that blew up and now you're not being who I want you to be as a friend. Do you have that system like set up?
Yeah. My wife.
That's good.
That's number one. She's quick. She has the ear. She knows me very well, and she would let me know, like, hey, what's going on here? Step out of that. All right, cool. Boom. I also have my bros from 47 Republic. That's the team. My brother Dustin, quick to call it out. Javi, what's going on? Boom. All right. We back in. We locking in again.
Good deal. Good.
That's good.
That's it sounds weird, but I've had the opportunity to ask a lot of musicians that exact question for some reason or another. It's popped up, and I'm not going to name names or anything like that. But I love that you said your wife, because that was one question. There was a pretty popular band that was really blowing up at the time, and I asked that question. I was like, how do you hold yourself accountable to relationship with God? How do you hold yourself accountable to all this stuff while you're on the road? And he didn't really have a good answer. And I left it kind of going, man, I'm going to pray for that guy. Cause like this, like that's rough. And he was a Christian rock artist. And It was within, I think 3 months of me asking that question, the band broke up because
I know.
Yeah.
I remember this.
The band broke up because he
story.
was just had gone AWOL, was cheating on his wife, was doing like all this stuff while he was on tour and stuff. And the irony is that I would have called that out in him while he was doing it and so it was one of those moments where I felt like God was like, hey, call this out in him. He has one opportunity, otherwise I'm taking all this away. And he didn't take the opportunity.
That was tragic too. That was a good band.
That
was a good band.
Good. Yeah.
That makes me super
so
sad.
good.
Hopefully it works out again.
But yeah,
I think that was gone.
All of the remaining band members came out and they created a new band. And the very first song they created was the title song was basically like, how could you do it to us? And like, they're done, man. But it was one of those situations. And Javi, 100%, like the fact that your wife is that accountability partner to you, I think sets you up for success because, accountability is a big deal. And
she's my secret weapon, man.
Yeah.
She's one of those that, she's one, my biggest supporter. When we met, she was like dissecting my lyrics, rapping the fast parts and everything. I was like, how do you do this? Like,
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
She knows me. Yeah. That's why she's wifey.
Yeah, for real. That's good, man. Well, shoot, I know Phil and I are going to have to go back and re-record the beginning, but I want to respect your time as well. And I want to give you the opportunity, like, you've got a few minutes here. Promote yourself. What you got going on? What do you want our listeners to check out of yours? What are you doing?
Rock album next month. The first single is out. It's called No Symptoms. Next single will drop on the 10th. This is a collaboration project with my brother Wayne Wood. I also have another Christian album dropping hopefully December with Daffy. We're about 3 songs in.
Nice.
This is the third installment.
Let's go
to the project, to the album series, and expect nothing but greatness. A lot of music on the way, a lot of features, shows on the way, and tap in. Follow me on Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, Instagram, JavyDade.
Spelled JavyDade for our listeners, and I'll put a link to your Spotify in the description. But dude, wanted to introduce, because I always tell all my listeners to to check out either the morning show or the evening show with you on the Insane Labs page to buy their supplements from, because Javi gives a big old fat discount. And if you're a friend of the podcast, he gives you just a little bit better of a discount.
Wait. And speaking on what's coming, there's a flavor of JavyDade coming soon on the Psychotic series.
Nice.
Stay tuned.
Nice.
I went over there to try the flavors, and amazing. To me, it's my favorite one out of all of them.
Good.
Not being biased either.
I mean, it should be, right?
But yeah, it's awesome.
Well, okay. A question about how that worked out. Like, did they create the flavor and then you tried a bunch of flavors and like you were like, I love this one, so they named it for you, or did
I pulled up and it was Dustin and Dalton, and they were like, all right, we're going to the flavor room. Boom, we get there, and then I told them specifically what I wanted. I'm gonna just drop it. It's called Dade's Colada, and it's coconut lemonade.
Ooh.
Bro, it is fire.
Ooh, that sounds like that's one that I'm gonna like a lot.
Very refreshing, bro.
I love that they just have a flavor room. I love that they call it the flavor room. I love that.
I know
that's happy.
That's goals, dude. That's goals for me. Like someday I want to be able to go down there and flavor a Bigfoot psychotic,
bro. It was like 4 attempts to get the flavor right, but it was quick, like in and out.
That's
like
awesome.
These guys know what they're doing. It's kind of like you turn on the podcast, do an episode, out of here. That's how they treat it. Like to them, this is just another day in the office.
So cool.
Javi, what flavor you want? All right, let's go here. Boom. Little more on the lemon side or coconut. Here you go.
Dude, that's cool.
Done.
Perfect. Well, so then it makes sense that would be your flavor. That's what I was wondering how that process
Dade's Colada.
That's awesome.
Dade's Colada. I am looking forward to that.
For real. Oh man. Well, dude, this has been fun. You're a friend of the show. Anytime you want to come on, we gave the invitation to Dustin Dalton too. If you ever want to come on because there's a conspiracy you want to talk about, let us know and we'll make it happen.
We do got to talk about some
for sure.
Aliens.
Oh, aliens? Yes. We love talking about aliens. That one's a great one.
So look, how come there's 100,000 flights a day? Right? Commercial, cargo, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And in each of those flights, let's put like 100 people in them, minimum. 4K quality has been around for 10, 15 years?
Mm-hmm.
These things are in the sky. Why haven't we gotten more? Like, we should get at least 5, 10 videos up close and personal.
Yeah.
On the daily, going viral.
Agree. Have you ever looked at what stars look like without NASA editing the photos?
Yeah, like through a telescope, like mega zoomed in.
That, or even just like
Kinda
their
deal?
professional, like from space pictures. They
believe so. Yeah.
They edit all of the photos they put through. Well, a lot of these UFOs we see of the recordings, they look a lot like what a star looks like when they zoom in on their cameras to try to record them from the 4K camera or whatever. It still comes out looking that exact same way. And I've always wondered if there's something to that.
Do you have any hidden files you can send over?
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
Yeah, I want to check that out
for sure. It's kind of crazy, but I don't know.
And it's tough these days, especially with AI around too.
Yeah. Yep, because anything can be faked. It's crazy. But well, with that, I know you got some people coming to install a fridge, and so I'll say it one more time. And Phil and I'll go ahead and end the recording, and Phil and I'll go record the intro again, just in case. But thank you, Javi, for taking the time. I know you're a busy guy coming on the show, and this will release a week from today.
Awesome.
And the Patreon will release on Monday. Just to give you an idea.
Send me the links and everything so I can share. For sure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And so with that, Phil, don't forget to
be your biblically accurate best.
Thank you guys so much.
Yes, sir.
All right. Bye.
All love, my brothers. Much love.
Bye.
ancient days of giants, when the earth was wild and free, a creature roamed the valleys, cloaked in mystery. Is he born of angels' blood and man, a Nephilim so tall, or a shadow of the fallen, yet he the maker's call? He's a biblically accurate Bigfoot, with a lineage from the skies. Not a myth or legend, but a truth that never dies. Is he a remnant of the Nephilim, a titan standing tall? Or does he have the word of God upon him, the last to hear the call?